MakerDAO.
Welcome everybody to the Forum at a Glance, a weekly review of what's happened on the forums this week for the week of October 7th to October 14th. Let's begin with the week's top announcements. Following up on last week's presented initiative for clean money, Rune submits a comprehensive thread on the design for the Sagittarius Engine, which will better direct the value flows of the Maker protocol towards long-term governance participants. However, this is just one of many mentioned benefits of the design. Check out the whole post for a deeper understanding of the Sagittarius Engine. Next up, Paper Imperium circles back to a recent discussion on the impact of US-based financial regulations towards the crypto economy. However, this time Paper Imperium presents potentially good news. Gaining favor in some circles is the notion that an unrepealed section of the 1933 Glass-Steagall Act provides a more clear direction for MakerDAO. There are 3 exceptions to the act, which can well position MakerDAO if deemed a loan guarantee protocol. Next, SEP Ventures follows up on a previous poll and this week's RWA committee discussion on investing in financial assets. His post includes an overview of their idea, their legal structures, their brokers, and concludes with their next steps going forward. Moving on to top 3 discussions. MakerDAO needs to have some kind of regulatory strategy for the US and other major jurisdictions. Paper Imperium builds a discussion thread to promote community brainstorm on what we see as significant challenges and how to address them. Paper Imperium presents his response to the issue along with potential solutions to start to kick it off. All right, next up, there's been a lot of discussion around mitigation of legal tail risk for Maker as a DAO. To help better understand the community's opinions, Paper Imperium asks how important is it for a DAO like ours to have decentralized governance. And finally, next up, with 3 billion USDC in the PSM, Dallin addressed concern on revenues and associated risks. He proposes to deploy a new leveraged ETF product that is scalable. Dallin provides some objectives and examples within the thread. Moving on to our signal requests, we have 4 active signals. In reaction to the initiative for clean money, Long for Wisdom creates an initial signal asking the community whether they would like to see MakerDAO move in the general direction indicated by the post, The Case for Clean Money. So definitely go and put your vote in. Next up, Long for Wisdom believes the best path forward with recognized delegate compensation is to run a 3-month trial period according to the system proposed by Psychonaut in MIP61. Long for Wisdom asks whether we should trial recognized delegate compensation as described in MIP61. Next signal request. Maker is reaching a point where the core Maker security is so battle tested that the emergency shutdown feature is beginning to become a risk rather than a solution. With 75,000 MKR only needed to trigger the emergency shutdown, it's most likely a place for someone to try to damage the system. Rune proposes to double the trigger amount to 150,000 MKR, which will reduce the risk of a sudden emergency shutdown and make the system more reliable. And our final signal, SEP Ventures has been diligently pushing the idea to set PSM fees to 0%, which is also suggested in the Case for Clean Money. If the signal were to pass, Sebastian provides many long-term pros and cons and discusses how setting PSM fees to 0 would anchor the perception that 1 DAI is equal to $1. And that's it for the forum at a glance. If you want more information, check out the post. It includes a 3-point summary, some evaluations, reports, and audits, ongoing initiatives, and also help wanted. Thank you.
MakerDAO.